Welcome back. Well, we all know it. Back to school shopping can really be expensive. And for some families, the cost of basic school supplies can be a huge barrier. That's why the United Way of the National Capital area is bringing back its Stuff the Bus campaign, providing backpacks filled with school supplies to students across D.C., Maryland, and Northern Virginia. This is amazing. The initiative kicks off tomorrow and will help students at 7 community schools across our region. So joining us now is Dr. Nicole Cooper, Chief External Affairs and Transformation Officer with the United Way NCA. Dr. Cooper, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. So this is a really exciting time of year, but also can be a rough one for families who are really in need. So what are some of the biggest needs you're seeing from families right now?
Yes, so United Way of the National Capital Area believes that education is very essential to unlocking a student's potential, to them achieving success, and that we should do all that we can to remove academic and non-academic barriers to learning, like hunger, lack of access to basic necessities. And so that's why for the last 10 years running, United Way of the National Capital Area's Back to School Stuff the Bus initiative has continued to bridge the achievement gap for students throughout DC, Maryland, and Virginia, offering critical school supplies as we start this new exciting school year on the right foot. These are things that we work to address every day, and we're excited about ensuring that all the students across our region go back to school fully prepared to have a great school year.
So this particular program, it serves 7 community schools across DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. So how do you really identify the schools and students who really need that support?
Yes, so United Way of the National Capital Area works with several community schools across the region, schools that serve a high number of Title I qualified students, those who have high needs. And these schools we know step in to provide lots of engagement and essential services like programs that address their housing needs, whether or not the students have mental health access, and many, many other non-academic programs, if you will, to keep the students engaged and on track to graduate. And so we're very proud to support them through our work in addressing youth opportunity, ensuring that all of the students and adolescents across our region are on track to have their next step, if you will, whether it's college, a career readiness track. And so we do all that we can to support schools across the region. But we know that there are many high need schools in particular, particularly schools that serve students and families that are ALICE. And that's what we call here at United Way of the National Capital Area, those who are asset limited, income constrained, but employed, meaning that they earn above the federal poverty level, but they still cannot afford basics like rent, food, medications, and school supplies. So today we want to alleviate this burden for those families. And we know that all told, there are about 700,000 ALICE households that fall into the ALICE threshold across our region.
Yeah, there are so many people really in need here. And, you know, I remember going back to school, you'd be really excited about your backpack, about your school supplies, about your shoes. How much can something as simple as a new backpack and school supplies really impact a student's confidence going into a new school year?
Absolutely. We know that these essential backpacks and school supplies increase confidence, increase readiness for students, and help them start off on the right foot. And we also know that in addition to essential school supplies, much like what I was sharing before, these students often have a multitude of needs, basic needs. We're also supplying essential snack packs and hygiene kits to ensure that the students have everything that they need on day one. And really we know that these things are essential. They're essential not just for comfort, but out of necessity. And so we're very proud that on August 17th, from 10 to noon, we have a number of corporate partners, donors, and volunteers that are assembling at United Way Worldwide in Alexandria, Virginia, to help us pack 500 grade appropriate school supply kits for students that we know absolutely need these essential services.
Yeah, Dr. Cooper, you know, we're talking about it here in the studio. We would love to get involved. How can people in the DMV get involved or help to stuff the bus to help these students who are really in need?
Yes, volunteers can help stuff the bus, help United Way of the National Capital Area and our many partners, first by visiting our website, which is unitedwaynca.org/stuff the bus. We do this every year, and again, we've now done it for a whole decade. We've supplied thousands of backpacks to schools, middle schools and high schools across the region, really helping those families who are stuck in the middle, who we know don't have the extra resources to buy the things that students need to be successful, to start out the school year with excitement and knowing that they can have confidently engage and walk into that classroom with everything that they absolutely need to be scholars for the rest of the school year.
Yeah, and so many people in need right now with the cost of really everything so expensive. All right,
Yes.
Dr. Cooper, thank you so much for joining us. You're doing incredible work here to help all these students get off on the right foot for the beginning of the school year.
Thank you.